Awesome. Yeah. So if you have a question, in the, I think it's the participants little tab, there should be an option for you guys to raise your hand. That's probably the easiest function in this program that we have for asking questions. And so if you do that, Jordan will spotlight your video. You'll have a chance to ask whatever it is that's on your mind. And we'll have a little fun, a little banter back and forth, and then we'll be done. Looks like Kate's hand is up. Hey, Kate.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going well. I woke up from a nap right before I got here.
Hey, that's the best.
It was great. But I did have a question.
Yeah.
I thought that your way of like marking out everything on the screen was really cool. How do you, like, what is your process? How do you highlight them? What are the specific things in your color coding system?
Yeah, that's a really great question. Let me see if I can pull that up again to answer that. And so this is a program that I use called Logos. I just started using it this last year. It does a lot of things. Like up here, like in my time of study, I was able to like make notes. And so it's got notes here. So here's like a bunch of notes on the different people in the passage. Here's like other translations and things that they say that are slightly different. And so those are some of the things that I use, like making notes like that. But the color coding, I wish I had a system that I always used. In my paper Bibles, I do a little bit less of this because it's hard to carry around 3 colors and a red underline and all the different things. And so I tend to use colors in the context of whatever passage that I'm in and use them for different things. And so in this one, we've got people in blue, things that stand out to me that are just general in yellow. This is underlined because this sentence is like the core of the entire book of Titus. And so even in my study, the more I studied it, the more I was like, man, this is exactly, Paul was right. This is why he is writing. He is writing about faith and knowledge that end up leading to godliness. And that's what we need to see in a healthy church. And that's what we need in order to be healthy followers. And so that's underlined like that. And so it just kind of was as it stuck out to me. But then in this next section, that would be the next message that we would do, like we've got things that stand out in yellow and then specific ways that people are supposed to live in blue. And then sort of like a summary statement in green. And so there it ends up being kind of a different set. So I just kind of use colors as different from each other instead of always using the same ones. I think if I was a more disciplined person, I would just always use the exact same colors. And maybe that'll happen for me one day. But right now, that's kind of how I broke it down.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you, Kate. Evan up next, Jordan. Evan.
Hi.
What's up?
Nothing much. I just got off work a while ago. But my question is, for those of us who want to start spending more time in the Word, but don't know where to start, do you have any recommendations on where to start and how to stay motivated when we keep going?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think a great place to start is with the story of Jesus. And so picking one of the Gospels can be a great way to do that. Depending on if it's at the beginning of you ever having read the Bible, Mark is a great spot to read because it's very much focused on the actions of what happened. If reading the Bible is something that you're familiar with, but you're kind of in a funk, or it's been a while, or you've been trying to open it and nothing's really popping, John can be a great sort of like second look at the life of Jesus, because John includes a lot of things that the other 3 Gospels don't build off of, because he's sort of using a different outline than they are, and he tends to focus a lot too on God's love, on the deity of who Jesus is, that he is God, and on the like some of the character aspects of what it means to follow Jesus. So there's a lot for kind of reflecting in John. And so Mark and John are sort of my, depending on where someone's at, are usually my like go-tos. And then my third recommendation might be like Romans, as a really, like if you're looking for something that like you can sink your teeth in and like 5 to 10 verses, have a bunch of stuff packed in it. Romans is a great place to start because it's Paul writing what he would normally teach to a church. He's writing it in a book to a church that he's never been at. And so it's our most complete and like full understanding of what Paul has written. And so those are my like first 3 recommendations for people. Psalms and Proverbs can also be great. Like if you're really trying to build a habit, reading 1 chapter of Proverbs a day is great because you can just track that with the day of the month. And so that can be a great way to kind of build a habit. And Psalms can be really encouraging because it's people who are expressing their love for God in a variety of different circumstances. Some of them just crying out, frustrated with things that are going on in their life, and other ones just elated and excited to be following after him. And so it's a great sort of like biblical example of what it means to express emotion in our relationship with Jesus. And as far as building the habit, I think the best place to start is to pick what time you want to do it. So pick a when in your day. And so that could be a specific like time, hour, and minute. Or it could be like, I'm going to do it before dinner or before I go to bed or after my shower, and picking like a specific rhythm. That way you have it kind of built in instead of getting to the end of the day and realizing that you've forgotten about it. And then not getting down on yourself when you miss 1 or 2 or 7 days in a row, and just picking back up and getting back up on the horse and trying again. Because habits just take time to build. Cool. Great question, Evan. Awesome. Doesn't look like we have any more hands. Thank you, Mauricio, for the claps. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We're hoping to maybe make this a regular thing, and so be on the lookout to see where this ends up. We may very well be back here next week, and then hopefully we begin having a regular chance to meet together live like this. And so I'm looking forward to getting to see you guys. It was great to get to see your faces. Some people who haven't seen for a long time. It's just weird to not get to walk around and see you guys and high five and yell at people from across the lobby and whatever else. And so it's great to get to see you. And I hope that you have a great rest of your Saturday. We'll see you guys later.